Do we celebrate Valentine's Day? Let's start there.
Should I answer this or should it be
I
you?
asked the question, so yes.
No, we don't.
Okay.
We don't celebrate Valentine's Day.
And why? Why do we not celebrate Valentine's Day?
Because, and I'm gonna say this for the both of us, and she's probably gonna add her sense. But
I will.
Because in your marriage, you're supposed to be doing those little things every little day to celebrate your marriage, your spouse. So it's not something that we do only once a year. This is something that we do continuously throughout the year. So to use one day just to say, I'm going to show you how much I love you on this day. No, we do that throughout the year.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of BSide of Marriage podcast. I am your host, Rashonda, and this is my husband and co-host,
Jason.
And here at the B-Side, we talk about everything related to marriage. The good, the bad, the real, the A, and the B-Side. So if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. We're glad that you found us. And if you're returning, hey, welcome back. We missed y'all. Okay. If you're watching us on YouTube, please be sure to like, comment, follow, subscribe, ring the bell, all those things. And then if you're listening, do whatever you're supposed to do on the listening stuff.
As well, follow us on Instagram at BSide of Marriage and on Facebook at the BSide of Marriage.
Well, you laugh, but like
I just went backwards. Yeah, too.
Oh, well, they change it. Like now you have to subscribe. You can subscribe on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
And you're supposed to follow on like Apple Podcasts.
That's true.
So it's just too much. So y'all know what y'all supposed to be doing.
You're right.
Just do it. Show us some love, because we love y'all.
My bad. You're right.
Okay.
So what we got?
Oh, this is a bonus because it's Valentine's Day. I didn't really know what you wanted me to say. That's why I was like, what? We got sound effects? Okay.
Hey, it's a day that's celebrated by many.
Okay. Yes. Yes, it is. So we wanted to hop into you all's feed with a bonus episode so we can talk about just love and Valentine's Day and what that means and, to us and stuff. Okay. So I guess since it's a bonus episode, do we want to do all the other things?
We don't have to do that.
We just going to jump on.
We can just jump right in.
We're going to jump right in.
Yeah,
okay. So I don't even know how to start this. So let's just talk about us. Well, let's just talk about, okay. So let's just start off with, do we celebrate Valentine's Day? Let's start there.
Should I answer this or should it be
I
you?
asked the question, so yes.
No, we don't.
Okay.
We don't celebrate Valentine's Day.
And why? Why do we not celebrate Valentine's Day?
Because, and I'm gonna say this for the both of us, and she's probably gonna add her sense. But
I will.
Because in your marriage, you're supposed to be doing those little things every little day to celebrate your marriage, your spouse. So it's not something that we do only once a year. This is something that we do continuously throughout the year. So to use one day just to say, I'm going to show you how much I love you on this day. No, we do that throughout the year.
Right. No, I agree.
Okay.
I feel like we started this early on.
We started when we was dating.
Have we ever celebrated Valentine's?
Nope.
I think also too, it's because it's so commercialized.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, I don't want you on your way from work stopping by on the side of the road or at the gas station, grabbing me some old teddy bear and some flowers. I don't want that. And I don't want you to hold up all that, like showing your appreciation for me for one day.
Yeah.
That is something ongoing, which is why we're big advocates of date nights and how that needs to be incorporated into your relationship, regardless of if you're dating or if you're married, been married for years, if you're in a honeymoon phase. It doesn't matter at what stage you are in your relationship, you have to continue to date each other.
Yep.
And so that's what I would prefer. Like if you give me an option, celebrate Valentine's Day or have regular date nights, I'm always going to do the regular date nights. So that's kind of what we have done.
Correct. We have.
I just realized I don't remember us celebrating a Valentine's Day.
No, we've
been together 17 years.
Yeah, we haven't celebrated Valentine's Day.
So we didn't even celebrate when we were like legit dating?
Nope.
Or was it because we were long distance?
That was part of it, but still we didn't. It wasn't like, because you even said it it was like, you told me not to send you something, surprise me to send you something on Valentine's Day, because you was on a client, I believe. And I think the client, you was probably in Chicago at that time.
Okay.
And you told me not to send you something to your client because, well, I don't need all of that headache. I don't want all that information.
And I don't want people in my business.
Yeah, I was about to say, you want people in your business. So
That's probably the main thing.
Because I said, because we celebrated, our first technically, if you want to say Valentine's Day, you was in Chicago, I was in New York. So we didn't actually. I think we was together. I think we was together for that weekend, but we didn't like celebrate the actual day, and that was something. Because again, at the time, I was thinking like, should I do something else? And he was like, just no, we don't need to do all of that. So.
Yeah, and so what we do now, we use it as a way to. We celebrate it for our kids. Yeah, that's pretty much
Honestly.
it. They have friendship parties at school, so we'll do that because we're not anti the day. It's just like we just don't celebrate it. Now, if that's important to you, whatever works for y'all works for y'all. We talking about
We talking about us.
And also too, I know growing up, I always got something on Valentine's Day from my dad. And because his whole thing was, he was like, I'm going to show you how a man should be treating you. But he also showed me, not necessarily a lot during the year, but he showed me throughout the year.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just like on Valentine's Day, but he was like, I'm going to show you how a man should treat you. So that way you don't expect anything less.
Yeah.
And I was like, I guess that worked because that stuck with me, right?
Yeah.
And so I kind of want Jay to do that for our daughter. And then I want our boys to know, like, this is how you treat a girl. Like, don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we really just celebrate our kids on the actual day.
Yeah.
And we keep our coins in our pocket.
Pretty much.
For us.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yes.
It's not about trying to let me buy something lavish. No, we good.
Yeah.
We good.
Also, too, I think for us, it's more important for you to consistently speak into my love language, like how I want to be loved, or how I want to be shown that you love me.
Okay.
Because if you were to buy me stuff, I'd be like, okay, that's great. Like, I would appreciate the thought, but that's not really my thing.
No, and I've learned that throughout the year. Like,
right, because
I know even now, even with gifts. Give me a list.
Yeah.
Tell me the things that you, because I'm not gonna be just like, well, maybe you should no, just tell me the things that you want. Give me a whole list, and I'll select what I want.
Yeah.
Done. I'm not going through that.
I like that has not gone well for us.
It hasn't. So now that's literally what I do now because it doesn't. No.
Yeah. So yeah. No, that has not.
So that's why
We'll
I
have
was
to talk about that in a different episode.
Yeah, we can.
Can we talk about love?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
How we live.
Continue. Okay. So.
All right. So in the spirit of love, though, let's talk about I know another thing that's going on. That's like a hot topic. Not really a hot topic, but it's viral. That's the thing now. That has gone viral is when you have a first date, don't take your first date to Cheesecake Factory. It's just been, dating has become so materialistic and just like ridiculous. And I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
So, because if that's the case,
we wouldn't be
let us tell you. We went on our first date.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I fly all the way to New York. Mm-hmm. Drive out to Long Island.
I pick you up, but we drove.
We drove out to Long Island. Mm-hmm. Okay. So flew into the city.
Yep.
Drove all the way out to Long Island.
Yep.
And we finna have our first date.
Chili's. It was Chili's.
It was
Applebee's. It's the same thing.
It was not. That's
Chili's,
different.
Applebee's, the same. It's basically the same thing. Okay, but yeah, you're right. It's Applebee's.
Applebee's.
It's Applebee's,
So you hungry? You want to eat? I said, I can eat. Okay, let me take you to my favorite spot.
I didn't say, see, now you tripping. Now you tripping.
You say we go here all the time.
See, you tripping. I did not say.
You didn't say that?
No, I didn't.
What'd you say?
I said we go here to watch football. That's what I said. Now we go here all the time.
We go here all the time.
I said we go here to watch football. That's literally what I said. But the thing about when we actually went out to eat, we can't. What time did you come in?
It was late.
So at the time, I'm like, okay, let's get out there and see what's open. And when we got out there, and it was late. It was probably close to 11:30.
It was late. I don't remember the exact time.
So
it was late.
I'm like, I don't want to get something in the hotel. I said, you know what? Let's just go. Because mind you, that was kind of the only thing that was open at that time. Okay. So I said, let's go. Let's just go to Applebee's. It's closed. I did say that we go here for football all the time. I didn't say I eat here all the time. We just go there for football. That's, again, this is why, there's always
so what was our first real date?
Our first real date. Mm-hmm. Man, you make me think. It's 7. You know? If you know, that'd be crazy.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm about to say, because if you know,
I
that's
feel like our
wild.
first real date was with the pack. Like, I can't remember when we actually had our first real date. Was our first real date the concert?
Yeah, it probably was. Now that I think about it, because if you technically the first time you came out when we went to Uncle Greg's party. That was kind of like you slow dance, all that stuff. You met some family. This
is worse.
I'm just saying,
y'all,
but
who would take me to the family get together?
Hey, I knew on
a date.
Listen. We went out. Didn't we go out after that too? Yeah, we went somewhere after that. Cause we went there for a minute and then we left and went somewhere.
We went to hang out. We went to the club.
Yeah, we did. You're right.
That's what I was like. We went to the club. That was not the pack.
You sure right? We did. That's good.
That's what I was like.
But we still together.
Right. So I think we just gonna stick with the Applebee's being the first official date.
We can do that. We can do that. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. So yeah. So that is so funny.
That is hilarious. Now I think about it.
Yeah, so first day Applebee's.
Oh man.
And then as y'all can hear.
That was so long ago too. That's the crazy part.
Long ago, yeah. 17 years.
Cause we went to, was it the concert?
It might have been the concert. I don't know. Our first real date. I think that was the weekend that like we stayed in the hotel. You stayed in the hotel with me.
No, I stayed with you.
No, you didn't usually stay the whole weekend.
I did. Why would I stay? Why would I leave you in a hotel by yourself and come back and forth?
Because I didn't want to be looking like I was fast.
Wow, it's been that long, so my brain don't remember that. But okay, maybe.
You made me look fast. I'm not fast.
You ain't, and that's not what I'm saying.
No, but that's what I was. I was concerned.
No, I get it.
Because you was a mama's boy.
Yeah. No, you're right.
And I was like, no, I got to make sure I get in good. So you got to come and you got to come. You can't just stay.
Gotcha.
But that Jamie concert was the first time we stayed because we didn't stay. Like, usually I stayed in a hotel that was really close to y'all.
We actually stayed in the city at that time. Yeah.
So we stayed, out. So, okay.
No, you're right. You're right.
All right.
I give you that. Okay, so keep going with that.
Okay, well, no, I was like, now we're going to fast forward to our engagement.
Okay, yeah.
So because our first date, that was it.
So we
that's all.
So we fast forward, and then if that's fast forwarding another 8 months now. If you want to say 9 months.
9 months.
By another 9 months, right? No, it was actually 11 months.
It was 11.
Yeah, it was 11 because our first date was in December.
Yep.
And then it was 11 months after that for the engagement. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. I was like, I'm trying to piece it all together. Yeah, it was 11 months later. So.
Now, I will say this. Jay is he's very like romantic and intentional about things. Like, he remembers, like, I'll say something and he'll like bring it back up. Like, oh, I had got you, which is why we kind of struggle in the gift giving because I would say things, but I will say things just, it came in my head. I just said it. I just moved on. And he'll bring it back and I'll be like, oh, see, you got me this. And you're like, yeah, I remember when you said you wanted to do like a scrapbook. And I'm like, oh, I did. Okay.
So as she says that, I actually made a scrapbook for the engagement.
Yeah.
And this is what literally, I guess, let me paint the picture now. Okay, so I'm not gonna go into the whole thing about the day, about the week.
I mean, we should.
Okay, well,
not the week, but the day. I was still upset
I'll throw
on
this
my birthday.
I'll throw this in first. So
Okay.
my wife was traveling at the time. So I had moved down to Texas, and while she was traveling, she was supposed to be traveling, and I had made plans to sit down with her parents to ask for her hand and all that stuff. Mind you, when we moved down here, I had already had the ring. Moving down, I already had all that stuff, so I had already made the plan, but I was trying to put everything in place. So like, I had specific times and things. So I had plans to meet with her parents. I had plans to go I had a few spots where I was planning to do the whole engagement. Then on top of that, I had plans to have a party because it happened to be on her birthday. I had a party at her house that I had to plan. So she came home early. And I
didn't work that week.
But because the client was over and it was early, it ended
so
early.
The way it worked, I typically either flew out Sunday night. I think for this client though, I was flying out Monday morning, first thing Monday morning, flying back. Last flight out on Thursday. I was coming from the West Coast.
Yeah.
So I would basically get in extremely late on Thursday, basically early Friday morning.
Yeah.
And so what happened was with that client, they actually ended the project early. So I was like, oh, I get to be home my birthday week. And for those who know me, knows my philosophy about birthdays. Birthdays are your own personal holiday. Yep. It is to be celebrated. It is a day of doing whatever you want to do. And for me at that time, because before kids, I'm like doing it big. Mind you, that's how I met him.
Yeah.
I met him at a birthday party in New York that I threw for myself. So, this is my birthday. It's great because we're together. He's in Houston.
Yep.
This is going to be fun. So I thought. And I'm home the whole week.
So again, that's where it put a little monkey wrench in my plans because now I had to tell her, I had to still keep it a secret so I can make sure that, the way I had it planned was, perfect. Because again, I had plans with, so I'll just say it like this. I had made meticulous plans of when she basically, I was taken to a spa pretty much all day. And I had it planned out exactly how I was going to, each little thing that she was going to do at the spa. I had certain little things that I was going to, basically have the people bring to her. But when she came home, I couldn't do none of that because I couldn't plan anything while she was here. So I was like, okay, how I'm gonna do this? So I had to change. I had to change my whole plan.
The whole week.
The whole week because she was home, and I was like, and I had everything already lined up. I was supposed to meet with the people from the spa and literally say, this is what I need, blah blah blah. And mind you, they was really good even with the changes when I had to say, okay, well, she's home. I gotta make some changes. And then same thing with her dad. So for me, like I literally, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I lied. I had to lie.
He was.
No, but let me get. I'll get to that part. I had to lie to her about the things that I was doing because I could not let her know that what I was planning. So meeting the person who's gonna to do a cake for her birthday, like all these things, making sure the house is, people who's coming over, coordinate with her friends to make sure they're friends. Like I was planning a lot of this stuff. Her family was coming over. I was planning some stuff, and I'm not saying I'm really, but I was trying to be real meticulous with it. So. Honestly, my only way that I can do this was to throw her off. And this is how I threw her off. I pretty much told, when I gave her for her birthday, and I remember
No. So that's what it's like. Hold on, let me interject here, okay? He was a jerk. Not just on my birthday.
All week.
So mind you, like I said, I was traveling from the West Coast. So that was actually very tough for us.
Yeah.
Because West Coast, the time difference, and it was just hard. And then he was new to Houston. So at that time, he didn't really have like a social network.
No, I didn't.
You had your frat brothers. And so I was like, oh, this is going to be great. I get to be home. We get to spend time together. We just doing like the day-to-day kind of, whatever. This one right here, he was like, oh, he got to go hang out with his frat brothers. He got to go do this. He got to do that. All of a sudden, now he can't be at the house. And I'm just like, yo, you were talking about time, us needing to spend time together. I'm here and you don't want to be with me. I should have just stayed on at the project. And I told him that. Yeah. We had so many fights.
Oh, yeah. Cause
I was like, well, fine then. I'll just go back to Cali.
And the thing is, if I had other friends, I can kind of say I'm going here, I'm going. The only other I was like, I had to basically put it on my frat brothers. Because, like, if I'm saying, oh, I'm going to hang out with your mom and dad. For what? So I had to literally say, no, they want me, my frat brothers want me to do it. So I just kept putting it on my frat brothers. Mind you, that whole time, I didn't spend an hour with them, a minute with them. It was doing stuff for a party. So when it came to her birthday, like literally.
The day of, morning of.
I'll let you tell it because.
I don't remember everything, but I do remember how I felt. And I felt like.
He
can pack his bags and go. That's how I felt.
So I gave her a Tyler Perry DVD because she loved the Tyler Perry. So I gave her a movie, and I said happy birthday, and then I gave.
No, he threw the DVD at me. He was like, here, happy birthday. Wait, what? Mind you, I was just like waking up. I was like, we're gonna have I was like, okay, this is it. It's because this is the day. He's being like this because today he know he's in the doghouse. Oh, he's about to show out. That's what I'm thinking.
And I showed out the opposite way.
Right.
And mind you, to throw her completely off.
So then.
Go ahead now.
Yeah, so I wake up. Here you go. Happy birthday. What? A DVD? Okay.
Keep going now. So how did what happened? I
don't know. I was upset.
So yeah, so
I don't remember.
I did the DVD,
and then he was like, "You want to take me?" What did you say?
I basically just said I have something planned for you.
And I said I don't want to go.
She said she want. I was like,
I'm not going.
I need you to go. Let's get in the car.
I don't want to go.
So I take her to the spa. When she get to the spa, hey Rashad, like they was greeting her like they knew who she were, what she was. And I
still had attitude. Yeah. I didn't want to beat her.
I literally dropped her off. I got there, got her set, dropped off. Like she didn't want it.
Oh, that's what it was. Because I thought, okay, that's why I didn't want to be there. Because so I had an attitude all the way in the car. Cause I was like, where you taking me? He wouldn't tell me. I was like, where you taking me? He taking me down these streets. And I'm like, I don't know what nothing is around here. Ain't no food down here that I like. Like none of my favorite places are down here. Where are we going? So then he pulls up to the spot, and so I'm like, okay, well, so maybe it's gonna be like a spot, like a us day. Then he like drops me off. He like goes in, checks me in, and he leaves. And I'm just like, wait, what? And then you said, how long did you say it's gonna be?
6 hours.
You like, oh, she's gonna be here all day. And I'm like, all day? And I wasn't a spa person like that. I'm like, give me a massage. Don't touch my face, because my face, I got sensitive skin. I was just like, what am I going to be here all day for?
Yep.
I want to go eat, and I want you to move out of my house.
So I'll say like this. So I had planned for her to go. She was basically going to get a massage. She was going to get, I think,
I had like
manicure,
all kinds of
pedicure. She had, I guess she had like 2 different massages. Like manicure, pedicure. We didn't do the face because I knew she didn't like that.
Right.
And then the culmination of all this was I kind of reserved just a special room where she was going to basically get her last massage, so she thought. Yes. And in this particular room, so basically when I dropped off, I had to go back and finish the scrapbook that I created because I had no time to do it while she was there for the week. And again, like I said, because I had everything planned up to pretty much the day that she got home on that Thursday and she came home early, I had to kind of change all my schedule. And then I was like, my only time that I can actually do this.
And change the way he was.
Yeah.
Like, he loves physical touch. And I'm just like, oh, let's cuddle, let's watch this. No, I gotta go, or I gotta do this. And I'm like, what are you?
Like, again.
He was just a butt.
So, I was being a butt because again, I wanted her, I didn't want her to want to have any idea or know anything that was gonna happen. I wanted her to really be thrown off and really just be like, wait, what's going on? Like I wanted that. I really wanted that. And
he was successful.
But
he was successful. I wanted him to move out of my house, y'all. I kid you not. I was like, this relationship is over.
So when did you know? Wait, something else. When did you know? So okay. So before you say that,
okay.
So I came back probably after about maybe like 2 hours after I sent her, because the room that I had got it set up for her to come in. So I brought in I brought in the scrapbook. I brought in specific things that she would recognize, knowing that, like, I wanted her to be like, wait, this looks like mine. What? They got the same thing. So we had a sound thing that we had our the iPod Touch. Whatever.
No, it was just an iPod.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
It was the fat ones. That's what
the
it
big
was. The big
ones.
fat one. So
But that was fancy back then.
Yeah.
You just sit it in into the speaker.
Yep. And then
it was
it
a
plays.
clock too. It was fancy.
So I put that in there. I put the scrapbook, and then I forget, there was something else that I put that from the house that she should have recognized at that. So, and then I put a little note say play, open me. I said play me, and then it was over the thing. So she saw that, and then she started looking at the scrapbook.
Yeah.
So I had music. I had our songs playing, and it was Brian McKnight's song.
It was just a whole.
Yeah. But the song that played was the Brian McKnight song.
Yes,
and then
Rest of My Life.
Rest of My Life. So and mind you, the thing about this was she's thinking she's getting a massage.
Yes.
So literally, I come in, she didn't even recognize me, and I'm literally come in the door, and I walk through. She didn't even recognize me because she was so engulfed, and like it clicked at that moment when, like in the music in the book, I think it clicked because she.
No, it didn't click. Y'all was mad. I was heat. I'm gonna cry. I was so mad. I was like, because we had talked about getting married. We had talked about like the future of our relationship, and so I knew marriage was like in the cards for us. I just didn't know when. Y'all, he was a jerk. I literally, like I said, I was like, our relationship's over. I want him to move out like right now. I couldn't even enjoy all of the massages and stuff because I was so mad. Because I was like, in my head, I done cussed him out 50, 11 different ways. I was like, I just can't wait till he come pick me up. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say that, and I'm like, and I'm gonna kick him out the car. He gonna have to find his own way back to the house. Like I had it all planned, and I couldn't even really enjoy my massages because the lady was like, "Ooh, you're so tense." I was like, "Yes, 'cause I got a jerk boyfriend." I was like, really like, whatever. I will say the people never gave it away, that they knew more was coming because, like I said, I was complaining. Like, people were like, oh, you're tense. Like, yes, I got a jerk boyfriend. This is my birthday, and I'm stressed and not enjoying it. He got me at this spa. I don't like the spa like this. So, yeah. So, I was, like, heated. So, then I'm thinking we're done. And they were like, you got one more massage? And I'm like, I need to go handle this, okay? I don't want another massage. I don't. Like, thank y'all. Y'all tried your best. Y'all got some of the knots out. Cool. Now let me go. Where he at? Let me call him, come pick me up. So then we go into this room, and it's a big room.
It was huge.
It was like, and it had a massage table, and it had a tub in the back, and I'm just like,
There's
and I
rose
see
petals,
it has rose petal bubbles. It's like
everything.
one of those movie bubble baths, right? And I see that, and I'm like, I hope that ain't for me. I was like, well, let me go on ahead and get this massage out the way so then I can go and leave, because I don't want them. I ain't getting in that water. I'm getting in the tub. So then I go to the table, and I do remember that the lady like left. And I'm like, oh, maybe she's not the one who's actually gonna give me the massage. She's gonna go get the person, and I'm supposed to get set up or whatever. So then I go to the table, and I was like, oh, that looked like my speaker. But I was like, it's a spa. I was like, of course they probably got one too, whatever. So then I look and I see the scrapbook, and I'm like, what? And so this dude has taken pictures, taken things from, we've gone to movies. He's just taking little mementos. Isn't the mermaid in there?
Yeah, the mermaid's in there.
The mermaid from the very first night we met.
Yep.
Now that got me. Kind of like, you didn't even know me. I was with another dude. The fact that you kept that.
I knew what I wanted.
Right. So that was like, oh, this dude is really crazy. For real, for real. Like, who kept that? Like, that's the very first time he ever saw me.
Not that, he actually loved me because he thought, I'm crazy.
Babe, okay, no, think about this. You just met me. I was with someone else. What made you say, oh, I need to keep this?
Be honest with you, I have literally, because I had two of them.
Yes.
And I remember I had two of them, and I took one, and I was like, I'm going to keep both of them. Don't ask me why. I said I'm going to keep. So I kept one, and I remember I put one in my mouth, and I was like, I'm just going to keep this while we go home, and I'll leave it in my mouth. I took the other one, and I remember I cleaned that one off, and I put it in my pocket. I can't tell you why. I cleaned it off and put it in my pocket, and that's the one that's in the book.
So that was kind of crazy. So I'm like, mind you, I'm all like, because I'm tense. But then I'm like looking at this, and it's not making sense. Like, he was such a jerk. Like, he's never been this way. And then I'm looking at these pictures, and I'm seeing the memories, and I'm thinking about, but no, y'all, he's a jerk. I don't want to remember the times. Like, he's a butt. I gotta kick him out of my house. So I'm like going through this battle. So I didn't know he had come in the room. Yeah. And I'm just like, okay. And I'm like flipping through, and I'm hearing the music, but honestly, it still didn't click that this was going on. I just like, this dude went overboard to like apologize. That's literally what I thought was a big apology. So then I get to the last page, and then it says,
for our, what is it? Oh, for this moment.
Oh yeah, for this moment. So the last one is for this moment.
It was blank.
There was no picture.
It was blank.
And I was like, for this, y'all, when I say clueless, I was clueless. So I'm like, for this moment, and then I look up, or you had to tap me or something. Like, you had to turn me or something.
No, you had, because you had turned, because you was crying.
I was crying.
You did like this, you turned, you looked at me, and then, when she turned, and I started to talk to her and tell her, I apologize. I apologize for how I acted this week. I was like, I just didn't want to ruin this big surprise that I had planned for months. So I was just telling us, I was like, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I want to actually, develop our relationship. I was telling all this stuff, and then I pulled out the ring, and And she was like, and she said yes, but I thought she heard everything.
I heard nothing.
But she said yes. I was like, oh.
I heard, well, will you marry me? I heard that part. You asked me anything else, he said, no. He said, I'm sorry. I heard, I'm sorry. And will you marry me? Those are two important things right there. I have no recollection of what he said in between. Because he was talking for a minute.
Yeah,
I have no idea what he said. Yeah. And also, too, at that time, I wasn't crying in public. Yeah. Like,
but mind you, there was nobody in the room, which is me and her.
It doesn't matter. I'm still in public. I was like, I'm not crying. Yeah. I don't know if somebody's recording this. At that point, I didn't know how deep this went. Yeah. So I was like, I'm not gonna cry. That went out the window.
Yeah.
I was boo-hooing. That's why I couldn't hear what he was saying. I was trying to get myself together. And then he said, will you marry me? And he put the ring on my finger. And then although it was like a lot of it was like I felt all the emotions in that moment. Yeah. Because I'm having to release, like, let all that anger go and then, like, love this dude. And, yeah. It was a lot.
Yeah. So, and
then it wasn't over.
Oh, it wasn't over after that, too. So, because, we actually got in a bubble bath.
Yes.
We chilled out for a little bit. Mm-hmm. She told me she was pissed at me, but she's, and I think I didn't explain until we got in the car, because the thing is, when we got in the car, I wanted to just have a conversation with her and kind of tell her what was going on during the week, why I did what I did, because I really wanted her to get thrown off about going to the house and not really, like, expecting something else. Like, I wanted to surprise her again.
No, because I was trying to recover. So I was like, you didn't have to say anything. I was still recovering. Yeah. You don't understand. Well, I'm sure you do now. Yeah. Because I was very much in that I was young wife at that time. Or young girlfriend at that time. So I had a whole different mentality. Yeah. You're not going to treat me like this on my birthday and live to tell it, okay? You ain't going to live to talk about it. Yeah. I was already planning some things that were not very Christian, if I say so myself. And I was just like, so that's why it took a minute. That's why I literally don't know what you said, because I was
plotting,
okay? And so you didn't have to say anything on the way to the house, because first of all, it wasn't that far away. Mm-hmm. And two, I'm still trying to be like, okay, it's okay. Like, I can relax. He's not who he has been. Mm-hmm. He is the person, because that's the whole thing. I felt like, I've been duped. Yeah. This dude and came down, because you already know I felt some kind of way about you staying with me. So I was like, man, all the people who had spoke negatively into me about you, now what they said was true.
Gotcha.
Now I'm looking like boo-boo-the-fo. And so it was a lot that I was going through that I did not have the words, because I wasn't about words then and expressing, using your language. I was about, we about to fight, or I'm about to get revenge. Like, that was very vengeful. So I'm having to really, like, girl, it's okay. He put a ring on it. Let it go. It's okay. It's like, it's okay to really believe in who he is, who he said he is, and who he has shown himself to be, just not this past week. So I was going through that internal dialogue. So like I said, you didn't have to say nothing, because I was still trying to talk myself from all the things.
And then I had family and friends not park in front of the house. I had them park down the street, because I didn't want her to know anything was going on. But everybody was already at the house when we got there.
Yes.
So when we opened the door, I told her, it's like, I got to get something out the car. Mind you, literally, I did it on purpose. Like, I got this. I got all this stuff that I took over there. I was like, let me grab this. So go ahead, go in the house. But I was right behind her carrying this stuff. And then when she opened the door, surprised everybody was there for our birthday. So
our engagement party.
And both. It was birthday / engagement party. So it was
And I was like, my mama knew. And she ain't spill the beans, because my mama cannot hold water at all. So I was like, if she knows something, I would know. That's why I just really thought he was just a jerk. Because I was like, if my mom, cause I talked to him, I was like, she ain't say nothing, so nothing's going down. Yeah. But yeah, a whole lot was going down.
A whole lot. So yeah, I'm not gonna say that.
I don't recommend.
I don't recommend doing that.
It's very risky.
It was very risky.
Extremely risky.
And the thing is, like,
would.
I knew she was gonna say yes, regardless of how that week went. From when she came home, and I had to kind of do an adjustment because, again, like I said, because she's so big about celebrating her birthday. Honestly, there's nothing else I could have done that was still been able to do everything that I did to plan for that.
I mean,
because again,
because
she just said it. You said you was home, you want to spend time, we can hang out, but so if I didn't, like, there was no way for me to maneuver through it because, again, it wasn't like this was all on a whim. I had scheduled meetings with different people to plan this out. So for me, I couldn't
it didn't all have to be a surprise though. I feel like there are ways that you didn't have to push me so far to the edge.
I agree. I'm not saying.
And then throwing the DVD, happy birthday. I was like, you couldn't even give me a card. I was like, you couldn't even give me a card.
No, I did. I gave you a card.
No.
Yeah, I gave you the DVD because I gave you the DVD when I gave you.
No, that's what you did. You threw the card at me.
And then I gave you the DVD.
And then I was like, oh, so you just got me a card? And you were like, oh, wait. And then you went and got the DVD and was like, oh, here you go. I was like, oh. See, that's what I was like. I feel like you just took it too far. All of that was unnecessary.
It probably was, but I need you.
No,
like I said,
you did not have to push me. You don't understand. What would have happened if I would have called my friend to come pick me up from the spa?
Hey.
Because that's where I was at.
I don't know.
I was like, I could have easily called and been like, hey, he is straight tripping.
Wait. I think your friends do, though. That's the thing. Even if they would have still, because I think, I told your friends. So they would have probably still be like, girls, you tripping. Like because they kind of, I remember, because I had them all in on it, in cahoots. I told them not to say anything about it. Yep.
What if I would have called it X?
Listen.
That's what I was like,
Why we what ifs? We're 17 years.
I'm just saying. That's what I said. That's why I said I wouldn't recommend it because it was very risky.
No, yeah. But the thing is, you have
it was very risky.
You have
I
to
think
know
there's ways to get to the end result without all of that. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
But anyways, talking about love. We still together. Yeah. 17 years later.
Yeah. So, and then the other thing too is her actual, mind you, she had a few iterations of her ring, because her very first ring.
Yeah.
It was 3.
I don't know.
It was 3 carats, I think it was. It was 3 carat. But this is the kicker.
Yeah.
It wasn't a naturally cut, it was a synthetic diamond.
Yes.
So, and again, this was something, as we had conversations while we was dating, she said to me, if we ever talk about getting married, I don't want you spending all this money.
I said, I don't want you to go into debt over a ring.
So literally, like I said, I was like, I really don't know, because at that time when she was traveling, we was dating, I didn't really have, the only friend I knew that she knew was the one that I met when I met her the first day. So I didn't really know who I can talk to ask about the type of ring that she would like.
Houston.
Yeah, so I couldn't I really couldn't ask those questions. So for me, I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, I'm gonna get this. This is, and I knew it was gonna be temporary. It wasn't like I was like, you know what, I'm buying this. She gonna deal with it. No, I was like, I'm gonna get this, and I know it's gonna get something else.
Well, also too, I didn't even know what I wanted because gotta keep in mind, I didn't have to get married. I wasn't planning on getting married. So when I saw the people talking about, oh, I need this kind of cut and this whatever, I was like, girl, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't need that. I was like, because if I see a ring, because for the longest I wore my Aggie ring on my wedding finger, so I was just like, I'm good. I got some jewelry there. Like, I wasn't into jewelry like that to begin with, so I was like, hypothetical. I think he tried to have some hypothetical conversations about the ring, and I was just like, I don't know.
Some what ifs.
I was like, as long as it looks nice, it don't gotta be big. I ain't trying to get robbed, because I travel a lot. I was like, I don't want to have to deal with, I need a travel ring, and then like keep that in. I'm not doing all that or whatever. So so if I was caught up on materialistic things, I would have missed out on all of like this life. Getting caught up in a moment. Literally a short instance, because you can always upgrade rings, which we did.
No, we did a few times.
I'm gonna say the wedding.
Yep.
That ring was legit. Oh yeah, because then later on, 5 years, I got another band. Mm-hmm. Sure did.
I had another carat to it with the band. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another carat.
But at that point, we were able to actually have conversations and then go. Like, there was no need to be secretive anymore.
Yeah,
it was like, let's talk, let's go, let's try on some, let's see what you like, what you don't like. The thing is,
we got...
It was very collaborative.
It was very collaborative, and then on top of that, again, we didn't go into debt. Like, like I said, she has probably 3 carats on her. Like, she has 3 carats. But we ain't, like I said, we ain't spent like $40,000 on it.
No,
$30,000.
That was the whole thing. I was like, I don't want to be wearing something where I can have, because we talked about our goals.
Yeah.
And that just didn't align with our goals.
Correct.
But yeah, no, my wedding ring is very nice.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing it today because of kids. That's a whole different thing.
That's a whole different thing. So.
But yeah, so.
What?
Yeah, like, no, just thinking about, like, if you gotta be careful that you don't miss out on your blessings just because you get caught up in that moment.
Yeah.
Because if I would have got caught up in the moment of the first date, like, oh, he a broke, you miss out on a true relationship.
Getting to know somebody.
Yeah, getting to know someone, getting to understand their motivations. Because I think people are too quick to rush to a judgment on a character of a person instead of allowing their actions and their behaviors to really speak to the character that they are and the values that they uphold. Mm-hmm. Because I knew, at that time, I took a chance for the Applebee's.
Yeah.
I took a chance.
Take a chance, baby.
But the ring, by then, there was no, even though I was upset, I guess because it looked nice. Even after finding out, though, about the ring, it wasn't like, how dare you, whatever. It was just like, oh, okay. So now that we know we're going, for the wedding day.
Yeah.
We want to both have bling bling on it. What does that look like? Mm-hmm. What kind of design? That's when we started doing that, and we had a conversation. But it wasn't like I didn't think that this was something I was going to have to just be stuck with. Yeah. It was a matter of also too, because at that time you were not married. Lord Jesus,
we weren't married.
No, I know you were not married. You were not working, or you were trying to convert.
No, because when I moved down there, I was working.
Right, but I'm saying, I thought right after we got engaged is when...
January, it was January of the year of
so that's literally, a couple months afterwards.
It was a couple months,
So so our money situation
But that wasn't the long one. That was just,
no, that was the short one.
That was a short one because I
because
pretty much
I worked for.
Yeah, they got bought out,
mm-hmm.
and then I got severance. But then I started another job in February, and that job literally, like I worked 2 jobs. So I worked something on the weekend, doing some like not so much consulting, but contracting on the weekend, and then I worked another job. And that crazy part was both of those jobs ended literally the week before I was supposed to get married. Before we were supposed to get married.
Yes.
And it was a breath of fresh air because we had saved up all the money we needed to pay for our wedding, for us to pay for it, nobody else.
We paid for our wedding.
But then on top of that, knowing that, how I looked at it is she was home at that point, because she was doing a local client. So I wasn't, and I didn't have a job, but the thing is we had everything paid off. Then I was still getting a severance from the company. So I was like, oh, this is good because, all the work that I did, now I can actually enjoy my marriage, enjoy, us starting and stuff like that. And so that, for me, that's what it was. I wasn't like nervous. I wasn't scared. It was a few months after that where it's like, okay, I can't find anything. And then,
and then it was a long one.
And then 17 months, but okay.
Yeah. But I think what I was going with it is that we didn't want to sink a lot of our funds, our savings into the rings.
Correct.
Because we had talked about some long-term goals.
Even the wedding as well. We didn't want to sing. Yeah.
Right. And then we started talking about the wedding, and we knew we wanted to pay for it. So it was like, so what does that look like as far as rings?
Correct.
But I think it was more of a collaborative effort. I actually appreciated that more because I also had input into the amount that I was comfortable in spending.
Oh, yeah.
Even though he was like, well, it's whatever. And I'm like, it's whatever, and we're going to stay under this amount because I was like, because I knew, I had my reasons. But yeah, so it's funny. Our relationship has been funny and stressful.
But that's, I would say
that's a part of relationship.
That's part of marriage. It's part of marriage. Like you have those, you have valleys, you have mountains. So, you laugh in the mountains and you have those tough times getting back up the mountain. So
yeah, I will say I think we do have an engagement story or a proposal story that is unique to us.
Yeah, no, it is. It's very much unique, and again, like like she said, it's like I don't know what made me keep all these things for, because basically the book is 11 pages, 11 months worth of things that I kept.
Yes.
Don't know why I kept these things.
I don't know why he did.
I happen to keep all these things, and it just I'll say I don't know, but it had to be the Holy Spirit. It had to be God telling me, because there was no other reason for me to keep these things. And then I kept them, but then I also brought them with me when I moved. Yes. Because the key thing that she learned after the fact, that everybody in my family knew, because I moved in October. Everybody in my family, my friends all knew that I was going to propose to her. Everybody saw the ring. Yes. I even had the ring in the car while we was driving, because we drove from New York to Houston.
With all your stuff, yes.
With all my stuff. And it was in the car. It traveled with us. Yeah. She had no clue.
Also, I wasn't thinking about that. Yeah. I was just like, don't make me look silly. I was afraid that he was going to move down and then get comfortable, and then that was going to be it. And because that has been a narrative that I've seen for so many other people.
And I had the ring literally, yes. I think I got the ring in June sometime of that year, of 2007. And I had it all the way up until like I said, October when I drove down here, I had it I had it for a while. Mm-hmm. So.
Long story short, I don't like surprises.
That's why we don't do it no more.
We don't do that anymore.
That was the first and last time.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
I was like, that's too risky.
Time. Yep.
So.
We want to still be together.
Yes. Yes.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
it. That's
kind of that's kind of the love story of us, of how you guys heard our first meeting that we first met on our very first episode, and now y'all getting a little treat of our actual love story. So, and like I said, it's part of me wants to share the scrapbook, but I'm not, because that's still something for us. But because
I haven't even looked at it in a long time.
I know.
Now, I will say the good thing about kids is that they'll want to.
Oh, both of them in here. I thought there was only one. That's both mermaids.
DNA.
That's both.
But because our kids, they will sometimes want to watch the video, our wedding, and it's funny how we get to share that with them. But yeah, I don't think we've really shared.
Man, I kept a lot of stuff.
Oh gosh. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to end the episode because we're going down memory lane.
Wow.
We've had our dating.
Wow.
Our dating relationship was pretty
good. We need to sit down. It's been a while since we looked at this, man.
Yeah. I threw some great parties for him. That's all I gotta say. Which is why I didn't understand why he had to do me so bad. Yeah, so. All right.
That's it. Yeah, that's it, y'all. Well, thank y'all for just listening to the bonus episode.
Yes.
Episodes will soon be coming out.
Yes, new season.
But we wanted to actually just, bring you something to celebrate what they call the Day of Love.
It's the Day of Love. It's Valentine's Day, and I'm gonna say celebrate Valentine's Day because it is a day of love. However, it makes sense to you. Don't feel pressured to have these extravagant things if your money is a little tight now.
It's funny.
Or is allocated for something else.
That's a good thing, yep.
Don't feel forced to do something that is out of
y'all norms.
Right, and your boundaries and your expectations that y'all set.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know y'all have goals, y'all have plans, so just celebrate within that. And then also, too, don't let it be a one-day thing, a one-day-a-year type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all celebrate your love all the time, every week at least. Date nights are essential to a healthy relationship. So,
I'll throw this. So every Friday we put out some challenges, the things you can do.
They're date night ideas.
But it's challenges. It's an idea, but some of the things is allowing you to get out your comfort and do something different with your spouse. So, check out our Instagram or Facebook and, just look at those and try to incorporate those, because again, like my wife said, your marriage is not one day a year. Yeah, we got married on one day, but every day you're choosing to be married. You're choosing to do those things. So choose to speak into your spouse's love language, not yours, but theirs. Okay. And that's going to, I don't say extend your relationship, but that's going to help you throughout the year instead of having to wait for one day in a year to try to cram it all in, because again, you can only get 24 hours, but if you do it over the year, you get a lot more than 24 hours. So
that's all.
All right. Well, appreciate y'all. Like, follow, share, subscribe. Follow, because that's what they do now.
Oh, wait, hold on. Y'all want the red us period? Check out our website, because we got merch. Got more merch coming too. So this is how you can support us. It says us period, because at the end of the day, it's all about you two.
Yeah, so
first.
Like I said, I'll put a little the link in there so you can actually look, because there's actually songs in here. So when you look a little closer, it's songs. So all right, well, until next week.
Because remember, the real work begins at I do.
Peace.